Well, howdy there, Internet people, it's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about senators trying to block Trump's war. A bipartisan group of senators is hoping to force a vote to rein in Trump's war effort against Venezuela. Senators Tim Kaine of Virginia, Adam Schiff of California, and Rand Paul of Kentucky filed a resolution on Thursday that could force a vote on the issue 10 days later. Senator Kaine, who has long reminded people that war powers rest with Congress, said, quote, "The pace of the announcements, the authorization of covert activities, and the military planning makes me think there's some chance this could be imminent." Republican Senator Rand Paul said, quote, "The American people do not want to be dragged into endless war with Venezuela without public debate or a vote. We ought to defend what the Constitution demands: deliberation before war." Last week, the Senate failed to advance a similar measure in a 51-48 vote. Republican Senators Paul and Murkowski voted with Democrats. Republican Senator Todd Young of Indiana didn't support last week's measure, but has said he has concerns about the, quote, "trajectory of military operations without congressional approval or debate and the support of the American people." Trump recently declared the United States was in a, quote, "non-international armed conflict." The designation and framing of this would make those detained unlawful combatants, which makes his reported decision to send them back to their home countries, well, puzzling. An unlawful combatant designation means they're active participants in hostilities, but they fail to meet the designation of a lawful combatant, which is the designation that would make them POWs. Generally, an unlawful combatant who is caught isn't just randomly released to their country of origin to be prosecuted. The whole situation has been legally dubious. This adds a new level of intrigue. For those around at the time, the rules governing this would be similar to the justifications used under Bush Jr. At time of recording, Trump's military operations are reported to have killed at least 27, and some counts say 29. Adding another problem for the U.S. position is the fact that Colombian President Gustavo Petro said that, quote, "U.S. government officials have committed murder and violated our sovereignty in our territorial waters." He went on to say, quote, "The Colombian boat was adrift and had its distress signal on." Trump said the U.S. would end aid and hike tariffs on Colombia. Senator Kaine said, quote, "Americans don't want to send their sons and daughters into more wars, especially wars that carry a serious risk of significant destabilization and massive new waves of migration in our hemisphere." Kaine's acknowledgement here is one that's important. Most of the migration coming to the United States is coming from countries the United States meddled in and messed up. He went on, quote, "If my colleagues disagree and think a war with Venezuela is a good idea, they need to meet their constitutional obligations by making their case to the American people and passing an authorization for use of military force. I urge every senator to join us in stopping this administration from dragging our country into an unauthorized and escalating military conflict." Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.